Hi, this is John Marshall, the DrillMaster, with another video critique. This time brought to you by my book, Training for Military Drill Teams, Color Guards, and Judges. This is all of the articles that I've written between 2011 and January 2017. It's actually a nice organized reference but it's just to have for reference material. You don't actually have to get it because all of the information is free at my website. It's not organized at my website unless you use the tags with it. But some people actually like to have it. It's the smaller size book, and it works well. All right, so Vista Murrieta, Vista Murrieta cadets, awesome. I'm so impressed with your requests because I've had several requests for the same videos. So we have requests wanting to get better, and that is just fantastic. I like that a lot. All right, so this time, the last color guard anyway that I judged for you was junior varsity. This is the varsity color guard at the San Jacinto High School color guard drill meet. And this is actually different for me because you actually post the colors during the competition, which is interesting. So let's get on with the meet. You're already at carry, although I have a feeling you're going to be using ceremonial techniques. Alignment looks good. Might have a slight curve to it, but yeah, I think so. There's just a slight curve because left guard, you're slightly in front. If you can see right here, that's the shoulder cord of the California Bear. So, and you should be carrying the Air Force JROTC. Hey, that's actually got to do something with this lag. I apologize for it. I'll figure it out. So you need to be carrying the Air Force JROTC flag. Your California flag is bigger than your American flag, and that's not appropriate. Can't march shoulder to shoulder. Can't put your heels and toes together. You can't use ceremonial techniques. Head's turned a little bit too much to the right. 45 degrees. Good job on the colors reverse.
Yeah.
Don't stomp. All of your steps should sound the same. Excellent timing there. Really good job. So it should be colors halt. I know why you left the yeah, ceremonial techniques. Nope, can't do it. And so maybe you're wondering why. Why can't you do ceremonial techniques? Well, look at the command list. Parade rest, carry, not right shoulder, and not stand at ease instead of parade rest. So if you were authorized to perform the ceremonial techniques, then those ceremonial commands would be listed on there. But you're not authorized to do that. Now, as I said with the JV team, outside of the competition, then this is just personally, I don't have a problem with it. I prefer ceremonial techniques. I think they look better. I think there's a much better complete description of ceremonial techniques, plus a complete list or tools, a complete list of tools for you to use with ceremonial techniques. And by tools, I mean that there's reasoning behind each one of the movements. We tuck our flags because we don't want them flying all over the place and smacking people in the face. We want to maintain control of the colors. But also there's marching at port with the color, marching at angle port with the color, and the ability to do all kinds of different things. So anyway, getting back to you giving colors and then a couple of steps and then halt. That's not authorized. Colors, halt, step, close. That's it. Period. You do. That's what you do. But since you're at shoulder to shoulder, you had to separate. Which, if you were actually working ceremonially, then the command would be split it. But it's not a loud command. It's a subdued command. And so this is, you've been taught a couple of ceremonial techniques here and there to try and, I don't know, maybe spice up the performance, and it doesn't work. So you really need to just nix all of the ceremonial techniques right away and start working from the Air Force Manual, 362203, and then you can. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I was correct about the American flag. Just looking at the length there. You can also look at Air Force Instruction 341201 and then Air Force Pamphlet 341202. Those are both on protocol, and it has tons of color-specific information in there. So lots of reading to do and quite a few changes for the team. Anyway, let's see. I'm just seeing what I can see here. Looks like proper staffs and finials, and both the flags have fringe. That's awesome. But again, you should be carrying at least the Air Force JROTC flag. That's a requirement to carry that. The team needs to represent the service properly. All right, so you're going to report and then post the colors, and I'm glad I get to see it from this angle. What a salute. Holy cow. Judge, come on, man. Are you kidding me? No ceremonial. So going to as you approach the stands, try not to stomp. Stomping is not what you want to do. You want to come to the stand at the position of port, raise up. You're looking down, lower carefully. Get out of the way. You too, Judge. So I'm going to pause right here. And yeah, even though the flag kind of turned around, you have the fringe off to the right. So it didn't stay, but that's okay. But I'll tell you what. Let's back this up just a bit. Let's see what. Oh, okay. So, well, yeah. All right. So you have the fringe. So the at the top of the flag, I call it the fringe gather, and I should pull out a flag. But anyway, so if you look at the top of the fringe, where the pole hem is, where the pole hem is at the top, the fringe comes up, wraps around the pole hem, which is wrapping around the flagstaff. So where the fringe gathers together, where it comes together, that should be pointing to you, to your audience. And obviously you have an audience over here, but for posting the colors, that should be pointing to you. And then when you go to diamond, your fringe is at the right. It's always in the right hand. The fringe goes behind the flag. You don't hold the fringe in your right hand. You diamond, you pop, you both look. The NCT, the American flag bearer, pops, you look up, right hand comes in, you adjust, but you keep that left out. Make sure that your spade is flat. Then you come back out and go to Superman. When you go to Superman, you pull the flag just slightly. You're not supposed to pull it back and practically iron it and then bring your hands together or whatever. Just go to Superman and then drop your arms. All that is 3-second counts, 3-second counts, 3-second counts. So for some reason, the California flag, and I'll watch it. Oh yeah, you're in the way. You moved in the way. So, and with her moving in the way, that's okay. Wasn't able to tell exactly what happened. No, don't hold your finger. And see, you're stopping and stomping, but you shouldn't stomp. So I'm glad the rifle stayed at port. That's good. Since the color bearers don't have colors, the rifles need to remain at port. So left wheel, march. You take another right step, because I heard you immediately start stomping, and you stop stomping. Left wheel, march, take a right step. You begin the wheel with the left foot. When you're going to the right, it's immediate. So right wheel, march is called on the right foot because we're going to the right. Then that next left step is when you start into the 6 counts. Again, and I've said it earlier for different color guards, wheels take 6 counts. So you should begin that 6 counts on the first left, that first immediate left of going to the right. When you're executing a left wheel, or in this case, what should be a half left about, a ridiculous name, but when you're executing the half left about, you take one more right step and then execute the 6 steps. Everybody takes that right step forward, and then left guard starts marching in place, and then everybody turns in 6 steps. 6 steps is a usual, it's a good rule of thumb. Yeah, got to take that extra step and then the first left. So now notice the tempo of when you're marching forward and the difference in tempo when you're at half step for your wheels. You should, or even for the colors reverse here, when you're marking time, when you're half stepping, you're actually at a okay. When you're marking time, when you're half stepping, you're speeding up. And then you're a little bit slower marching forward. And you really shouldn't salute in, boy, Judge, holy cow. You shouldn't salute in formation. So now moving to regulation drill for this sequence. As you're coming back in line, you won't be able to execute an about face because the colors don't execute an about face. So what you'd have to do then is, your guards are here. You could cross over and then come around your guards, or you could just come around and then cross. Now that wouldn't work. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. Uh, Come around the guards, cross over behind, and then come in just after you cross. So you won't be able to come back into formation and then about face. The TL close is a ceremonial technique, and you can't use it for the competition. And let me just re-emphasize this: ceremonial techniques with a and you need some flagstaff maintenance also. You can see here the staff, the bottom of the staff comes up to here, but then there's a different angle to the top of the staff. Yeah, it's a different angle. So you need to tighten some screws, get some graphite, powdered graphite lubricant, and put it in all the screw holes and tighten the screws down. It locks them into place. You can still take the screws out, no problem, but it keeps them locked into place. Really good stuff. All right. The ceremonial techniques. Again, you can't use the ceremonial techniques because of the list of commands. There isn't a single ceremonial command on the list, and even though nobody has ever said this except, all of a sudden, John Marshall, that guy who's the DrillMaster, he says we can't do it. Well, who's he? Well, I actually happen to be a trained judge. So, and this is not a dig against any other judges. It's just that we really need trained judges, honestly, and not briefed. Judges are briefed. I've judged plenty of competitions. We're briefed. It's first thing in the morning. We're all handed all the score sheets. You're on this pad, you're on that pad, you're over there. All right, we look at the map. We got to go way out over there. All right. We grab our water and our sheets, and after our briefing is finished, and we go. And we're out there. Hopefully there's a table and chairs, so we can write comments and stuff. But just because no other judge has ever said anything before doesn't necessarily make this correct. It's not. So it's not just because I'm saying it. It's because I'm trying to give you the reasoning behind this. The list is regulation drill, so you need to execute regulation drill, and whoever is pushing the ceremonial techniques really needs to reevaluate the why you're doing that. All right, so let's go on. And we wait. There we go. Aye. Air Force and Army say yes and no, sir, ma'am. So one. There we go. Going to go back here. So colors reverse. You're executing the colors reverse properly with those the face in marching in your different directions, and that's good. Commander, you're also doing a great job marking time, rotating in place after that initial face in march. That's a good job. However, the steps forward, the steps across, they're not all half steps. Not everybody is supposed to take they're not full steps. They're not half steps. actually the training circular has take 3 full steps and 1 half step or something like that. It actually explains each different position. So, but what I see here is half step constantly. So it's taking you longer to actually accomplish this move, and you're not accomplishing the move in the correct method. So look at the training circular. There we go. Look at the training circular. Yeah, especially right rifle guard right there. You're just taking tiny steps coming up, and you shouldn't be. I really appreciate that timing. Very, very good. Wow. So even though you're not supposed to accomplish ceremonial techniques, that tucking sequence, your staffs were going all over the place. My goodness. What were you thinking? Staffs remain straight up, period. They don't move. You take care of your color and tuck it, but you're not supposed to. And then come to the ready cut position, but you're not supposed to. So this will all be eliminated when you actually adopt regulation drill standards. So lots of things to work on, but also some great stuff there happening. And just to mention really quickly, look at the split in those fingers there. Your fingers are extended and joined along the side of the rifle. The thumb should still be back here, centered on the thigh, on that seam of the trouser leg. The rifle, I know, when the butt of the rifle is flat like this, the rifle leans forward, but it's not supposed to lean forward when you're at attention. You're supposed to pull it back so that the barrel is right here and your thumb is along that seam of the trouser leg. So ensure that's not just ceremonial technique, that's everybody technique. That's every service, regulation drill, we all do that. So rock the rifle back on the butt of the heel of the rifle so that it's straight up and down and your thumb is along that seam and no split, fingers extended and joined. All right, so some things to work on. And if you have comments, some questions, I'm happy to answer. Thanks very much again for submitting the request, and I hope my comments have been helpful.